Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and if you caught my Tonic Studios Vault crafty haul video, you will have noticed that I picked up Tonic Craft Kit number 43. So while I am a kit subscriber, I do skip some kits. And so when the vault opened up and some of the kits were really deeply discounted, I went ahead and picked up two of the ones that I skipped previously, and this was one of them. So this is number 43. It's called Just For You Deco Frames and Corners, and I originally skipped it because the main thing for me is the stamp and die set, and this seemed very similar to other things that I already have in my craft room, and it didn't super feel like I needed it. But at the price that it was being offered during the Vault sale, you can't even buy like the Nuvo products for the price that they were selling the entire kit at. So it's kind of worth it for just that alone. So let me go ahead. I've already kind of taken everything out. You can almost see, it's so old. It's part of the older packaging. So let me first go through the papers. So we have classic card in Misty Gray and Ocean Blue, and that's straight away going to kind of set the, oh, I got two sheets of the gray. That's sort of the color scheme here. We're gonna see lots of blues and grays and silvers, which I love. Blue's my favorite color, teal specifically. So so I do love the whole color scheme. I almost didn't skip it for that reason alone, but as I mentioned, the dies for me are what I value the most out of these kits. So the next one is Mirror Card, and this is one of the iridescent mirrors, so you can kind of see that rainbow shine as I tilt it. And that's Tidal Wave. Then we have High Gloss Mirror in silver. I'm not going to uncover it too much because you'll see a lot of reflection around the room. It'll be very bright. But there's a lovely silver mirror card. Then we have glitter card in Turquoise Lake. We've got pearlescent card in Luna Silver. So you can see we've got lots of options for silvers and different finishes and shines. And then we have a specialty card in Jungle Fever. So this has a really lovely embossed pattern. You can kind of see those leaves there. And then some specialty paper in Arctic Ice. And I do love this. I think I've gotten this before and I love using it. So there are our papers. Then I'd like to show our the Nuvo products that we got. And you'll see in a moment also why I didn't originally get this. So we have in here a mini pot. But don't be deceived because a little bit of these gilding flakes goes a super long way. So I bought the full-size pot as a bundle of 3, so I will be setting this aside for a giveaway. Then we also get Dream Drops in Frosted Lake. I love Dream Drops, and so I have already purchased this color. So I'll be setting this aside for a giveaway as well. Then we have a glitter marker in Arctic Blast, and I think this is also something I already have. So again, setting it aside for a giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, I am approaching the 2,500 subscriber mark here on YouTube, and I'll likely do a giveaway on my channel to celebrate. So you may see some of these in there. We get a tool, which is awesome. And this is the tweezers. It's got very fine, sharp tip to it. So very good for like really fine detail work. And it does have a protective cover on it so that you can keep it pinched closed for one, but also because it is rather sharp, that point, you can kind of protect yourself from accidentally getting poked. But I already have one of these. I think I don't know which kit it was that we got it in, but but I do have mine here. So really, really lovely. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see how fine a point that comes to, but it's really, really nice. Um, but as I mentioned, and as you can see, I already have one, so I'll set that aside for a giveaway. So you can kind of see why I originally skipped this box, because I already have so many of these elements. This I will be keeping. This is some confetti, and it's in blue hearts, which I think is really cool, because I often, whenever I see hearts, I see it in pinks or reds, and so I love that we have it in blue. And this is called Azure Hearts. Then I think I don't have this, so I think I'll be keeping it, but I didn't want to open it just yet. I have to double check. This is a sparkle spray in the color Marine Mist. And this is a mini, this is a sort of sample spray, but again, a little goes a long way, so I really quite like the sample sizes, and same with this. This is an expanding mousse. I will be keeping this one. It's called Gray Matter. So really nice. And the thing I love about expanding mousse is that you can use it in multiple ways, but I love that the expanding feature to this mousse is optional. It only expands if you apply heat to it. So for example, by contrast, crackle mousse, it's gonna crack. It doesn't matter. When it dries, it'll start to crack. And so you will always have that effect if you use your crackle mousse, which I love. It's just how thinly or thickly you apply the mousse will govern how fine or how large the cracks are, but you're going to get that effect with the crackle mousse. With expanding mousse, if you just apply it and you just let it alone to dry, it essentially functions like an embellishment mousse. It's just going to be smooth, and it won't expand and puff up or have that sort of texture. But you can optionally take a heat gun to it and then apply some heat to expand the mousse, and then have that lovely 3D effect to it. So really, really love that that's, you can it's just like a nice 2-in-1 in that sense. And so really, really lovely. And gray, I think, is a nice color to have. And in fact, this color scheme sort of, I think, will augment the Winter Village kit that I have yet to craft with, because that has some nice cool tone blues as well, and it's sort of wintry scenes. So you may see me kind of dip into some of these products and papers as I craft with that kit, because I'm more likely to craft with that kit before I get to this one. Okay, so then the stamp and dies. So these are fantastic. It's just, that's not the reason I didn't originally choose to keep it. It's just that I have similar things already. But look how fantastic this is. I'll show the dies first, because you get a lot of nested shape dies in ovals, which I love a good set of nested shape dies, and I have several now from different companies, and they're all like a little bit different, and in particular ovals can be very different from brand to brand, because the ratio of how tall and skinny something is versus how, short and wide it is, that's different for every, for ovals. There isn't like, it's not like a square or a circle, which every square and circle are going to be the same. So there's that aspect, makes it so that it may be a little bit different even if you already own a set of nested oval dies. But if you don't own a set of nested oval dies, this is fantastic, because you're going to get 3 sizes here, and if you treat this larger one as like a fancy edged oval, then that can be a 4th size. But not only that though, what makes this set really awesome is that you get these verso dies that will cut designs into your ovals. And I think the fantastic thing about Tonic is that they really design with an eye towards versatility, because instead of giving you like a frame die that's oval with the design built in, they've separated the two dies for you so that you have a basic one which you can just use alone without this deco styling or finish to it or design cut into it. And that just gives you options so that you can use them however you like. And I think it makes all of their sets more versatile, but also just more general purpose and usable, because you can use these ovals outside the context of anything else that you see in this kit and this die set specifically. And it's just going to be like a really nice stash building element if you don't have a set of these already. But they've sort of given you a lot of different options for how to what you can be doing with these, because especially the smallest one, there's 3 different verso, and verso is Tonic's sort of vernacular for dies that cut into your paper, but they don't have an outside cutting edge. So they'll leave a pattern in whatever cardstock that you've cut it into, but it doesn't cut out that design completely as a separate element to use on your card. So with the smallest oval, there's actually 3 different options that you can combine it with. And this one is one where there's just a pattern, and I think you can use that either in the vertical or, oh wait, hold on, are there words? I see an S. I don't know. I think there's a sentiment here. I just can't make it out. I know these 2 look to have words in them. So, and it's hard to read these because the words are kind of the negative space. But my point remains just that you have 3 different options there. For the other size outside cutting edge dies, you have the 1 option, except for the largest one. And here again is Tonic giving us a lot of different options, because for the largest frame or shape die here, there's actually 2 different designs, and this is one thing where it is a little bit of a trade-off, and I guess it just depends on what you value. But I like how the direction they've gone in, because I do value versatility. They've created half of a design. So this portion of the die is a different design and a different die from this one. But it's only, as you can see, just half of the frame. And the reason for that is because the frame is mirrored. So you can actually run this design, this verso die, through one time, flip it over, and then run it through a second time to get that pattern on the other half. And they've done it that way because that then now gives you 2 designs or options for decorative elements or a decorative sort of frame that you can cut into your piece here. And so they've opted to give us more variety at the expense of just kind of speed or ease, because to get the full design all the way around, you do have to do two passes through your die cutting machine. 3 if you don't like to nest your verso dies in with your outline die together in one pass. So there is a bit of that, right? So it's just a trade-off, but it's a trade-off that I prefer. And now that I'm looking at this more closely, this size here also comes in 2 half designs. So that design is different from that design. So look at that. There's always more to discover here. And then what you'll find often is that they give you, when they do give you multiple designs like this, it usually comes in sets, although you're free to kind of pick and choose how you want to mix and match these together. But you'll see some repeating design aspects or elements. And so there's sort of, you could say like a logical pairing. So for example, this lower one, it has the heart. It has a little bit of these details here, and that matches this version. And same here, these two kind of mimic each other. And you'll probably find the same with the other elements, which include corner dies that and their outline, so the versatile designs and the outlines that you can just decorate your corners with. And of course they're curved to perfectly match this frame here, but you could use them on their own as well. And if you like to make mini albums, these might be nice ways to do like a photo corner for a tuck spot. So that's an option too. And then I'll just set this one aside to show the stamps. I think is gonna give you even more options, because I think these stamp designs might coordinate into the die cuts, but and I'm guessing this oval will cut out the made with love, and likely this oval will cut out those sentiments too. So really, really love that everything has been designed to give you a lot of options and be used together or separately, because look at how lovely the detailing is on those corners. So you could just stamp out a design and not die cut at all to get that lovely detailing on as a corner accent to your card. So that's the stamp and die set that comes in this kit. And so really, really fantastic. Kit number 43. It may be a while before I craft with this, even though you might see some of these elements either in a giveaway or on other projects, because I'll probably kind of take from this, unpack it, and craft with it individually. But we'll see. I might flip this kit. I don't know. But whatever I do, you can find anything that I make using supplies from this kit in my Tonic Studios playlist, and I will endeavor to link to any projects that I make using this kit at the end of this video as well. Thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day.